Hi everyone, it's Mimi here, and in this video we are going to do an empowering vocal practice routine to strengthen your voice in a gentle way. When it comes to tension, if you're not used to using your voice a lot, or if your voice is really quiet naturally, then it can easily cause all kinds of feelings when you start finding new sounds with your voice, which easily creates this stress reaction in your body. And this is why it's really important to be aware of what's going on in your body and take your time to take pauses to relax. So we are going to be doing exercises that may sound a little bit funny and feel silly, but just be aware of how it feels in your body and try to take breaks to relax if it's something that's not very familiar to you. All right, let's get started. We are going to start this routine standing up, and throughout this whole practice routine, feel free to stand up because it might make things a little bit more easier for you and it will allow you to move and support your body a little bit better. What we're gonna do first is just to find some relaxation in the body through a little bit of movement and breathing. So first, arriving into the space and maybe recognizing how you are feeling. And if you have your practice journal with you, make sure you write down something before you get started, how you're feeling before you start doing anything. So let's start with breathing in and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Gentle movement in your body, maybe moving your weight from side to side, and make sure that you are breathing deeply enough so that you can feel the breath in your belly. So which means that I want you to really relax your abdominal muscles when you're breathing in. And when we start feeling quite relaxed, let's get started with our vocal warm-ups first. So with this one, you can use the word sing and then glide with the ng sound up and down with the pitch. And the main thing here is that we don't want to push the air out, so as little air out as possible, almost like you're pulling the air in. And make sure that you don't start tensing your abdominal muscles. Okay, so let's try with breathing in, then breathing out a little bit, and then starting the ng sound. Okay, so it would sound like this. And the sound is really quiet. And if it's morning time, like it is for me at this point when I'm filming this video, just be really gentle. There might be some gaps there and you can just work through it as a warm-up for your voice. Okay, you can do that at your own pace, within your own range. Don't push too high, especially in the beginning. And you can try and keep that little movement in your body just to make sure you're not starting to tense. And you can find that little head and neck anchoring, kind of like thinking about a little bit of a swan neck. As you go higher, that might help you, but make sure you don't start pushing more air out. Well done. Make sure you're not tensing your jaw. Take breaks if needed, and then again. You can go up and down with the pitch a little bit, and then again taking a little pause to breathe. Make sure you don't breathe in too much air in the beginning, and try to make the beginning as smooth as possible. Well done. So we are going to do a little arpeggio with the lip thrill sound. If you find a lip thrill very difficult thing to do, you can also use that straw, or you can do it with sound, making sure that you don't push too much air out. So let's try to find the lip thrill sound first. Yes. And then we are going to do a little arpeggio. And make sure that you can hear it in your head before you start doing anything. That will just help with your pitch accuracy. Okay, let's get started with the lip thrill, starting from this note. This might be a little bit too low for some of you. And relax the abdominal muscles. Amazing. just remember, even if you would feel a little bit stuck, or things are feeling a little bit difficult, or you don't feel like you have a lot of motivation, don't worry, you're so capable of learning. Just try to not set too many expectations for one practice session, but more like letting it unfold and being curious about what you will discover. And for our next exercise, now we are all nice and warmed up with the voice, and your body should feel quite relaxed. So for this one, this sound is a little bit silly. So if you find it hard to make silly sounds, I completely hear you. Just make sure you take your pauses to relax your body, and whatever voices come up, just being aware of them, and then just bringing your focus back on your body and the task that you're doing. We are going to find this duck sound. So we're trying to find this very twangy sound. All right, so let's do this. So why we're doing this sound is that it will help your vocal folds to close properly. So if you have a little bit of that breathiness in your sound, this is a great exercise for you. Or even if your sound is otherwise really kind of weak, this is a great way of starting to strengthen it a little bit. Okay, so we are going to use a few notes from that arpeggio, just going. Yes. And we're going to find a duck sound that would sound like this. Wah, wah. And the sound is not too loud. It should feel really easy and relaxing for you to do. No tickling or scratching in your throat. Make sure that won't happen at all, okay? We don't want to push too much air out, and if you can think about a quiet sound and then just adding that twanginess duck sound in there in the quality, so that we don't want to be on thick folds yet, okay? Another thing to remember is to open the false vocal folds. And if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, you can go and check my previous video, Silent Exercises for Shy Singers, and there is an episode about false vocal folds there. But you can just think about happy thoughts, but you really need to kind of think about really intense happiness or like this inner laugh, in order to really open up the false vocal folds, which we are gonna need here. So we're thinking about happy duck. Okay, so we're gonna come down these notes with the duck sound. It would sound like this. Wah, wah, wah. And make sure at all times it feels really easy and comfortable. This shouldn't sound like you're actually singing. Okay, let's try it together here. Wah, wah, wah. Amazing. We're going higher. Don't breathe in too much air. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. And now, if it starts feeling difficult, you don't have to go any higher than this. We're just gonna do a few more. Let's do this again. Make sure you find that relaxed feeling in your body. If the tension keeps building up, do a little pause, do those little shakes, breathe, and then let's try again. And finding that inner laugh and not pushing too much air out from here. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Now we're coming down. Wah, wah, make sure your abdominal muscles are relaxed. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Let's try to go a little bit lower. It might get a little bit more difficult here. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. One more. Wah, wah, wah. Amazing. This might feel especially difficult when we go a little bit lower, and also the highest notes. If you're not used to singing very high, just go within your own range. Don't try to push, because your range will widen as you practice. Okay, now we are going to find our thick folds a little bit, and most people can find it through speaking. Some people do have a quieter voice, so they may not be speaking with their thick folds, but it is this a little bit fuller sound. And if you would think about the difference with the thin folds will feel a little bit different, because it is this a little bit more softer and quieter sound. And thick folds will be like this speech quality type of sound. Okay, so we are going to be using a phrase, oh no you don't. And let's first just try to say that. If you naturally have a very quiet voice, try to really find maybe a little bit of like this commanding sound to kind of find a little bit more power. And if you naturally have quite a loud sound or quite straightforward sound, you can try and do it as lightly as possible. All right, so let's just try and find that from different pitches within your own range. So, oh no you don't. Okay, can you try that? Maybe a little bit lower at first. Oh no you don't. And then going a little bit higher again. Oh no you don't. And making sure that there's no tension there. So our muscles are working, yes, but no uncomfortable tension. So one thing to pay attention to is those false vocal folds. So we want that, even though you're commanding here, you want that inner smile there a little bit. So a little bit overly excited. Oh no you don't. Oh no you don't. Amazing. And now that you have explored it a little bit and you've found like this easy feeling in there, so whether it is that you might have to soften it a little bit, or whether you need to really find this commanding vibe there, whatever it is that you need, let's try and do it with the piano. So what we're going to do is, we're starting quite low. If this feels too low for you, just wait until we get a little bit higher. So we are going to do this phrase with these notes. It would sound like this. Oh no you don't. Yeah, and I have this inner smile there, this inner laugh all the time. I'm not pushing too much air out. Okay, let's try this. Make sure you don't tense your abdominal muscles. Oh no you don't. And then we're going higher. Oh no you don't. Amazing. Let's try this again. Oh no you don't. Oh no you don't. Amazing. Oh no you don't. Yes, let's stop here. Make sure that you are relaxed. Do a little shake. Remember to breathe. Then let's find these settings. So we want that inner laugh, yay! And not push too much air out. Oh no you don't. Oh no you don't. it starts feeling a little bit more tense up there, we are getting closer to our break point where the voice naturally would want to kind of blob into the head voice. So don't worry, that normally happens if you haven't practiced with your thick folds going higher. What you can do is always stop and try to do it again and again, and finding that relaxed, open feeling, and definitely not pushing too much air out. I keep saying it all the time, but it's just really important. And remember that it's not supposed to tickle or scratch your throat, so it should feel really, really neutral and comfortable. So we're going from here. Oh no you don't, oh no you don't, oh no you don't, oh no you don't, and then going lower. Oh no you don't, inner love. Oh no you don't, oh no you don't, oh no you don't, oh no you don't, oh no you don't. And that might be a little bit too low for some. All right, well done. That's so amazing. And if this is the first time you're practicing with your thick fold, so that chest voice, well done. It won't feel easy at first. At first, it is very likely that there will be some tension building up. And then the main thing is to do a little bit at a time and making sure that you do as narrow range as you need to in order to find that comfortable feeling. Feel free to explore. So if it feels tense, what you need to do in order to get rid of that tension. So perhaps doing a little bit of that movement first, so that you don't start feeling tensed up already. and then thinking about your breathing, okay? Perhaps you're breathing in too much air, or you're breathing a little bit superficially. So making sure that you really relax that belly, those abdominal muscles, even the lower abdominal muscles, in order to breathe in. And when you start producing the sound, you don't instantly like pull the stomach in, but you keep it loose. And then the false vocal folds. And the last exercise we are going to do, now that we've found our thick folds, we are gonna use mim syllable. And if you are if you speak a language where the vowels are really harsh, like Finnish, then you might want to do a very, very lazy E instead of that really sharp one. But otherwise, it should be a little bit easier vowel to do, just because we get a little bit higher tongue position there. So we are going to use the same arpeggio than we used with the lip thrill. So let's do it with the mim from here. And if these low notes are difficult, don't do it. Here, mim, 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 mim. And the same settings that inner love, kind of like maybe overdoing it a little bit if you feel like you still can't feel anything. So you should feel something, it should feel easier. Not pushing the air out. Mim, 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 mim. Mim, 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 mim. Amazing. Relax the abdominal muscles. Mim, 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 mim. Then we're going lower. Mim, 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 mim. Amazing. Mim, 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 mim. Mim, 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 mim. Well done. And just for the sake of observing what happens, we're going to change that vowel into a. So we're going to do mum. If it starts feeling difficult, try and lift the back of your tongue a little bit. All right, let's see what happens with the mum. that in from here. Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum. Amazing. Mum, 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 mum. Don't push the air out too much. Relax the abdominal muscles. Mum, 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 mum. Amazing. We're going lower. Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum. And last one. Mum, 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 mum. Well done. We stayed quite low with our range here just because I know that it is quite tricky for beginners to get higher with their chest voice, with the thick folds. So just make sure that you feel super comfortable within this range before going higher, and make sure that you stay with the thick folds and don't start blopping into the thinner folds, just to get that exercise in and that control. I'm so proud of you for doing this exercise with me, especially if you're not very used to it and it felt a little bit challenging. Don't worry about it. The more you do it, the easier it will get. If you found it difficult, try and do it every single day for a few weeks and see what happens. And what will likely happen is that you will start feeling a bit easier and easier as you do it daily. All right, let me know in the comments what exercise felt easiest and what felt challenging, and how did you feel about this vocal practice routine. And I will see you back here next week. Bye bye.